Okay, ani Ledodi, the Rebbe's ani Ledodi. Maamar Chelik Dalit, page Shin Samach Vav, Eis Vav. So the Rebbe is explaining the difference between Mekabel Kulam B'Sever Panim Yafes and Megala Omar Panim Sechel Case. One is the acceptance of the Jew. That's the way ani Ledodi, the Jews are coming to Hashem, and that causes this great revelation, which is even greater than the level of Yud Gimel Midas Rachmim. It comes in the level of the essence of Hashem, Bilti Murkav, which means not caused by any reason. It's just the essential revelation of godliness. And that refers to the level of relationship with the Yidden, which is even above Torah mitzvahs. And that revelation helps the Jew to overcome all the complication, difficulties, challenges when it comes to Torah mitzvahs. Okay, so now he says in Vav. But we need to understand, and now moving from what he said before is understood, that the Gilui of Elul is Leirak Nesinas Kerech La'Avoda. Based on what he's saying now, that in Elul, when the king shows the smiling face to everybody, that Rebbe said before, that's an essential level of Tainug that allows a Jew to overcome all difficulties. So the Rebbe is asking, but that's not what we said before. We said before, it gives the opportunity to it opens the door. Here he's saying it stimulates the Jews. So that's not what he said before. Because based on what we said before, that the Gilui of Elul is not only in the Sinas Koyach, that the Melech is in the field. Everybody could meet him, but it also awakens the person. The Marapanim Seicha case he said before is a relation of the essence of Hashem to the essence of the Jew to awaken him. Especially when he smiles, that causes them to do tshuva. So if that's the case, it's actually a stimulation. It's not stam opening the door. So in other words, what is this story going on? Is it us or is it Hashem's revelation? We're saying the whole time that Elul is ani Ledodi, this that Hashem comes out into the field, that's only giving the permission to do it. He's not stimulating you, he's just opening the door and giving you the opportunity to do it, but you got to do it. And then he says in the month of Elul, the king is showing, the king is showing a smiling, essential level of tainik that stimulates a person to do tshuva. So l'chayda, which one is it? Correct, but l'chayda Elul is ani Ledodi, and here we're talking it's Doidi Li. And to add to this, the Inyan Zashak Gilui the Elul, this revelation we just now spoke, that it's not only in the Sinas Kayach, but it's also Me'ered. It's also awakening the person to do tshuva, move and gamichlol. The Rebbe is just strengthening the question. Not only Marapanim Seichel Kaisel Kulam means a revelation, but the fact that the Melech Basada is. Why? Shamelech Basada, when the king is in the field, not only that everybody has the ability and the permission lahakbos pnei hamelach hine yediyah shel ha'am. He says the fact that the king is in the field and people know that he's in the field, in the place where they are, that gives the opportunity for the Jews, not only allows you to do it, but it's actually stimulating to do it. The mere fact that the king is in the field itself is a stimulation for the Jews to want to become closer to Hashem. So it's more than just opening the door. So what is the Saved of Elul? Somebody sent me a clip yesterday of King Charles standing in a field. He wrote the Melech Basad. Well, he's King Charles now. He's going to be a king. I wouldn't blow shofar for him. Okay. So he said, what's the explanation? In other words, the whole Maamar seems to be saying that it's a paradox. From one side, Elul is only David of the Jew. Hashem gives us the ability to do it. And then Elul seems to have the concept of the king stimulating us. Mere the fact that he's in the field gives us the awakening, to do it. Secondly, he's revealing this essential level of godliness that causes the person to do tshuva. So which one is it? Is it an Ledodi? Is it Daidili? So he says, the explanation is like this. This, that the people want to meet the king, is mitzad etzem yutziyusa. It's not from the stimulation of the king. The fact that Melech Basad is not awakening the Jews. What is awakening the Jew? The Jew himself. Why? Like the Rambam says, that the king is the heart of the whole nation. The connection that the Jews have to the king is be'etzem mitziusam in their real essence. In other words, it's not that the king is stimulating the Jew, like we explained the other day. It's not that the king is stimulating the Jew to do something. So there's a king and there's a Jew, and it's two things. A is stimulating B. A is B. The Melech is the heart of the nation. So if that's the heart of the nation, so that is the nation. It's not a separate entity. So therefore, it's not that the king is stimulating the Jews to end the revelation Panim Seichel case. It's that the Jews and the king are one. The Jews and Hashem are one. It's not an awakening. And he explains. When the king and the nation are far away, when he's in his palace, it could be that their connection, open connection to the king, and therefore it could be it's concealed. Let me explain this in a second. Through this, that the king is in the field, in the same place where they are, then the will is revealed. Meaning like this: a Jew, and that's why the Rebbe didn't like the expression in the Kiruv movement. They use the expression Kiruv Rechokim, bringing closer the distant ones. The Rebbe says a Jew is never far. No such thing as a Jew far from Hashem. You're very close. Sometimes you could be a little covered, or sometimes you could be uncovered. But even when you're covered with the blanket, you're close to the king. All you have to do is remove the blanket and you're there, revealed. The Rebbe explains, the Melech Basada only makes, in other words, the Jew is always near the king. Sometimes it's openly connected, and sometimes it's hidden. It's concealed connection. But the Jew is always Melech Basad. It's not that the king is awakening the Jew.
If the source is one with everybody, how come it affects in one of them? Some people different from the other.
Because no two people are the same. Everybody is different. Nothing in world affects you the way it affects me. Forget Torah mitzvahs and the Elukus.
But the essence is one. You're all part of one.
Yeah. In that essence, we are 100% one. The only difference is in the revealed powers of intellect, Rotzein, intellect, emotions. Okay, no two Jews are the same. Even in the month of Elul.
Your name is different.
There are different ways people accept the king. Even when Mashiach comes and Elokus will be revealed, he's saying Moshe Rabbeinu and the holy tzaddikim are going to perceive the concept of Mashiach the way we do. In essence, everybody's equal. The only difference between us and Moshe Rabbeinu is not in, like we said a million times, Moshe Rabbeinu is not more Jew than us, and we're not less Jew than him. 9 Moshe Rabbeinus don't make a minyan. 10 Yukels make a minyan. Okay? So in the essence, everybody is the same. The king and the Jews are always equally connected. By some people, when it's revealed, they're impacted more not because of the king, because of them.
But in the month of Elul, the melech is affecting the essence or affecting the levush?
Affecting the essence, which in turn affects the levush. It's like the baskol that comes out from heaven. We said the neshama hears it.
Yes.
But it affects afterwards the revealed powers. By some people. Some more, some less.
What's the levushim?
The garments of thought, speech, action.
But it's affecting this essence. If it's affecting the essence...
Let me ask you another question. If a king is wearing his war robes, yes, and you hug him, and then the king puts on a coat, and you hug him, are you hugging him less?
In a way, yes. And Tanya says no,
Why yes?
because there's another layer.
But what's inside this soul? What are you hugging? You're hugging, oh, I'm hugging, let me, come, I love you, let me hug your coat. I mean, come on. You're hugging the essence that's in there. The only question is there one covering or 2 coverings? But the essence is what's in there. Bottom line, what is in there that you're hugging? You're not hugging the coat. You're hugging the body of the king.
Yes.
Okay, and that there's no difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So some people, to use can hug the king naked. That means Mama is connected, and then he can wear 1 garment and 2 garments and 3 garments and 20 garments, but you're still hugging the king. So there's still a difference in the revelation of it. In other words, in the perception of it, in the effect of it, but in the essence, it's all exactly the same. And that's why the Rebbe is explaining here. The Melech Basada is not awakening the Jew. The king is the people in essence are connected to the king. It's their heart. But when the king is in the field and he's openly connected to the Jews, it has a bigger impact than when he's not next to them. Because then it's just a little bit covered.
Isn't it better to be simplified? The king is in the field, let's go meet him and hug him. Rather than getting into all these details, take away from the beauty of the king is in the field.
Because the whole Avodah of Elul is what we do. According to what you're saying, okay, the king is here, let's go meet him. So who's doing it, us or him?
What difference does it make?
Because our Avodah is what's the unique aspect of it. Especially the month of Elul and Tishrei. Elul is a preparation for Tishrei. Tishrei is the Avodah of the Jew going up versus Nisan, which is Hashem revealing to the Jew. You learn Torah, okay, you take Hashem's wisdom and you bring it into your brain. That's godliness, because Hashem and Torah is one, right? That level of godliness is being brought down to you. Davening is when you're working on yourself to refine yourself, so then you are doing the connection to become closer. Then it's your doing. It's not a gift from above. We explained the other day. There's a difference if somebody teaches you something or you figure out yourself. There's a difference if you're born super rich or you become rich yourself. Or you're born with a brilliant head, that just gets everything instantaneously. Or you work on it and you refine yourself. Which one's better? In the avoid of the person, in the accomplishment of the person, you can't compare the two. And our whole concept of Yiddishkeit is not for Hashem to do Torah mitzvahs. Dira b'tachtenim is that we should be doing Torah. We should connect. And therefore you have really it's 3 levels. Hashem coming down, us going up, and then we meet midway. That's exactly what happened by Har Sinai. Hashem came down on the mountain, Moshe Rabbeinu went up. That's the joint effort, which is Gemilas Chsadim, which is a combination of up and down. So it's very important because the whole Avodah of Elul is what we need to do.
To prepare for Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah, but
Right?
the preparing for the concept of Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, that Hashem is the king. But the whole concept of what difference does it make? Okay, the king of the field, let's go meet him. That's nothing. It's not work. Believe it or not, this whole concept of the king in the field and us going to meet him is very hard, complicated Aveda. It's not okay, the king in the field, okay, I'm here. You know, you have to go, you have to want to go meet the king. Now, wanting to go meet the king, the Rebbe explained, is Kabbalah so Malchus Shamayim, entirely. That means there is no Gashmias, there's no nothing, there's only Elokus. Now tell me, that's easy. Even in Elul, when everybody gets a little turned on. But
it says if you come a little bit close, just a little bit, I open the door for you.
correct.
So, I know it's a big avodah, but even if somebody comes a little bit,
The expression "a journey of 1,000 miles" begins with one step. Yes?
yes.
But it's still, one step doesn't get you there. You're not there. Correct?
You're on the way.
In Yiddishkeit, returning to Hashem in one step is connecting to Hashem. It is the connection. Now obviously we have to be more connected, more connected, more connected, more connected. Yeah. But Shaita Choda B'ri Chod Tshuva, how long does Tshuva take? 1 second. A split second. You're not a Flumi Yid yet, you know, you're not a Hasidic, super Flum, Litvish, whatever. But that turning itself is connection. By a journey of 1,000 miles beginning with one step, you just took a step in the right direction. You're far from there. You're still 1,000 miles minus a step. Here, you turn around, you're there. Obviously, you have to be more there, and more there, and more there, and more there. So it's a very difficult Aveda. Aveda of Elul is, you know, if you do it right.
What makes it very challenging is the fact that nobody really experienced. Nobody can come and say, testify, yes, I hugged the king, I've seen the king, I felt his presence. It's very abstract.
When a person does a mitzvah, they hug the king. Now, if a little child comes and hugs the king, does he know what he's doing? Does he know king? No. But bottom line is, did he hug the king? Just because he doesn't know that he hugged the king doesn't mean that he didn't hug the king.
He doesn't know anyhow, it's meaningless.
It's not meaningless.
Doesn't feel it.
Oh, not yet. But the fact that he hugged the king gives him the opportunity to connect later on.
But there was no exchange here. It was okay.
It's one, no, it's two way.
You have to.
It's you hug the king and the king hugs you. A Jew does a mitzvah, you're hugging Hashem and Hashem is hugging you. It works both ways. Now the question, I don't feel it.
A little child who food the Rebbe sissit is given an opportunity for later to connect to the Rebbe.
100%. That's what it says in the books. A child nurses from the mother, yes? He gets food from the mother. He understands mother, he understands, oh, she gave birth to him and she...
Physical exchange.
It's called breakfast, and then
Huh?
breakfast.
But,
Forget about the king, let's go eat.
No, that's king, that's a king.
Gashmias, they're the betachtenim, it's Gashmias.
Good competition.
Okay, weiter. So he says, okay, so all it is whether you're revealing the will or not revealing the will, but the bottom line is you're connected. The only question is, are you more aware or less aware? But more aware or less aware doesn't make me connected or less connected. If somebody puts direct deposit into my bank, a lot of money, I'm not aware of it, I don't know about it, that doesn't mean I don't have it. I have it. The question is, when I know about it, I know about it. That l'chayr, so according to you, has no impact on me. It does impact me, I have it. That when I see it, I got it. But if I don't have it, I can see it, I don't got it anyway. The Rebbe explains there's an essential bond between the Jew and Hashem. Melech Basada means it's an open relationship, and here it's a closed relationship. But it's not coming from Hashem, it's coming from the Jew. This is a wake, because the Rebbe asked the question, we're speaking here, that Maraponim Seichel Keslo Kulam is the awakening for tshuva. So that's the king doing, not us. So he says, it's through the revelation of the Yud Gimel Midas Sarachmin, Mizgal Arotzim Pnimi Yisrael, awakens the essential will of the Jew. After the marshal of the king, where is this bracket? Interesting. Okay. The Shem Keloresh is called a Yud Gimel Midas Mekerim Achlalusa. He says, what's the first? He explains. The Rebbe explains in the Maamar. What's the first one of the 13 attributes of mercy? Kel Rachum V'Chanun, and Ches is Chesed Kel. The name is like the essence. Okay, so he says like this: when Hashem reveals the Yud Gimel Midas Rachmim, the Yud Gimel Midas Rachmim is a revelation of godliness. But in Or, in light, you have the whole power of the source of light. Or Meino Etzem. The difference between Or L'Shefa, between light and sustenance. Or like, there's ruchniistic mashpia and there's physical mashpia. When a father gives the seed to the mother to create the baby, he's mashpia, gashmias. When a teacher teaches a student, so that's mashpia ruchnias. But there's always Chassidus and many Maimorim explain the difference between Or and Shefa. Shefa shemashpia mitzamtim atzmi lefi erech mekabel. Shefa, if you want us to teach somebody, you want to be mashpia to somebody, right? That's the language we all know. Mashpia to somebody, influence somebody. You have to come down to their level. You want to be mashpia on a little kid, and you talk to him about Tzimtzum Arishon, you're not going to get anywhere. You have to lower yourself to the kid. But Or, on the other hand, is Me'ein Amor. Or doesn't change by the recipient. It doesn't.
It doesn't change by the recipient?
No, because Or is a revelation of the essence. In other words, to give a gashmiistic mashal. The Rebbe uses mashal and Tanya, but the Rebbe Gamliel answered Dapikeres. Dapikeres says to Rebbe Gamliel, if every 10 Jews the Shekhinah is present, so how many Shekhinahs do you got? Right? Kam Shekhinah Isluchu. So Rebbe Gamliel gave him a mashal of the sun shining into a house. There's 100 houses. The sun is shining in each house. The curtains are open, you get more sunlight. The curtains are closed, you get less sunlight. Right? Now, does that mean the sun changed? The sun is not changing. Okay, the house with the little windows, I'm going to give less to. And the house with the large windows, I'm going to give more to. It doesn't work like that. Or it is the more. Now it's up to you to know how much to accept. You can have a big window, you can have a little window, you can close the windows tight. Doesn't gashmi, same thing in Ruchnius. Hashem is mashpia, godliness. You can open up your heart or close your heart. They tell a story, there was a guy had a heart problem, so the doctor came to him, and the doctor was shaking his hand, the pulse. So the guy says to the doctor, this is a fundraiser's thing, the guy says to the doctor, I understand, why are you checking my hand? My heart hurts, why are you looking at my hand? So he says, the way your hand works, I know what type of heart you have. When you give tzedakah, then you know what type of heart the person has. The hand is it's revealing what the heart is. But the or is made Maamar. And he says, V'chol echem yisrael mer gilui zeh. Okay? Not only that, a yid is sar kel. He controls kel. V'yaseh the mizu shagili the shem kel. Who b'chol echem yisrael is the sar hameshul bekirbe. Is what dictates the person. What is not a sar kel means what is what controls the Jew? The level of kel. The Yisrael ois yes yud sar kel. V'zeh shabitul lalukus shebachol echad min Yisrael. Therefore, this bittul that innately, essentially every Jew has to Hashem, is l'mayl mitam v'das above logic. Kebi Yisrael who gili earns of mamish shalamayl mishtalshus vayidei gili yud gimel midas rachma v'elul. That the beginning of them is a level of kel, mis'eir or misgala b'chinas kel shebachol echad min Yisrael. And therefore, basically, the Rebbe is explaining like this. Every Jew is essentially bound to Hashem. There's no difference. And therefore, it's not the Melech Basada stimulating the person. The person is self-stimulated. Sometimes the stimulation, like he says, that's the Ledodi. After says even though L'cheir is coming from above, he says no. Hagilui shelemayla, this revelation of above, is only causing the essential aspect of the Jew to be revealed. It's not Hashem revealing it. The Jew is connected. Sometimes that connection could be a little bit distant, and sometimes the connection could be close.
It's a two-way street.
Yes.
Our relationship with Hashem is a two-way street.
Mida connected Mida. Action and reaction. Hashem reacts based on the way we act. So concept in Yiddish can Mida connected Mida. That means Hashem is not, the Rebbe is explaining, it's not even awakening us. We are awake. Sometimes there's a little covering, you have to uncover it. But he's not awakening it. There's an awakening, it's just a little bit far. Or to give a mashal, so you have a light on, and somebody's very far from the light. Yeah? And then you come closer to the light. The light didn't change, you didn't change. It's just you're closer or further. If you're closer, then you get more. You're further, but nothing's changing. The light doesn't change, you don't change. And that's the whole concept of Elul. When the Melech comes in the Sada, all he does is he comes closer to the Kir of Amor el Anitzut, as the expression is. The closening of the, becoming close of the spark, of the source of light, the Mor, to the spark. That's what happens in Elul and Aseh Yimei Tshuva. Hashem is just coming closer. But the awakening is not coming from Hashem. It's our self-connection that we can never undo. We can't undo it. We can cover it, we can block it, we can bury it, but it's there.